our father and husband. Okay? He said, for he is married unto us. He is likened us unto a comely and delicate woman. And then he's giving you a allegory, basically a riddle, okay? To say, hey, just like a wife treacherously departs from her husband, so you, my wife, the Israelites, that comely and delicate woman, have treacherously, all right, departed from the Most High. It says, a voice was heard upon, verse 21, it says, a voice was heard upon the high places, weeping and supplications of the children of Israel. For they have perverted their way, and they have forgotten Yahweh their power, Yahweh their God. It says, return, ye backsliding children, and I will heal your backslidings. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art Yahweh our power. It says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in Yahweh our power is the salvation of Israel. Right? Because in vain is the salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitudes of mountains. All right? These other nations, all right, and their philosophies and their gods that they just made up. Okay? But we just read that, hey, the way of the wicked seduceth them, causeth them to go astray. And so then they go astray, treacherously departing from the Most High in the way that he wanted us. Now we're doing the things of the nations that are round about us, serving their gods. Even took our Bible, okay, and made a different doctrine of it. Called it Baptist, called it Lutheran, called it or non-denomination, okay, or whatever false doctrine of even this book. All right, if it's not taught directly and correctly, it's in vain. It's in vain. You're doing it for nothing. All these people out that's in these churches with all that zeal, if you don't repent and come to the knowledge of the truth and get away from this present evil world, get your mind away from this present evil world about the money, cars, clothes, and the hoes trying to be successful, okay? You're doing all that in vain, and the Lord is going to visit you, and it's not going to be pretty. You need to get up out of these churches, man. If they're not teaching you that that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites, all right, and that we should have nothing to do with these other nations and their gods, okay? Only time we have something to do with them is, hey, we got to go to work, you know, go clock in, get your money, get up out of there, all right? But it says that I just read, what was that in Proverbs, that the way of the wicked seduceth them, all right? Though, what was that word? The idle, you know, to make them go astray, to cause them to err. All right. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. All right. To make them go astray, and we've went astray. All right. But the elect are coming up out of that, repenting, trying to crawl back into his good graces. All right. And speaking the truth directly and correctly, no matter all the flack that's going to come behind it. Okay? But he says, surely as a wife treacherously depart from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me. And that's what's happening. All right? That's what's happened. Okay? That's what happened. So, because we were made to be the righteous. We were made to be the righteous. Okay? And but you know, we have, since some of us had departed, all right, since some of us has been seduced and got led astray to the wickedness, and like I say, Israelites are the best at everything, even wickedness. So here it is in Jeremiah 5 in chapter 5, verse 23, it says, but this people hath a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Talking about some of our people, man. They have a revolting and rebellious heart, a revolted and rebellious mind, because the Hebrew word for heart is lab, which means mind, your mind. They are revolted and gone. Gone, they gone. Our people are gone. Okay? It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 26. It says, for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men. It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. They're like these churches. All right. Talking about these churches. Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. All right. Our people making money in them churches. It says they are waxing fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. It says, now among my people are found wicked men. They actually overpass the deeds of the wicked, the actual wicked people that were made to be wicked. But since the Israelites are the best at everything, you know, when our people get to doing some wickedness, they make it something special. You know, they do it and they do it big. I mean, when they, you know, these other nations can do some wickedness and their wickedness is just, we're wicked, but wicked. But the Israelites, they get into some wicked and wow, this is big, you know, like damn, shit, you know. But that's our people, you know, that got seduced, led astray, okay, and now they're revolted and gone. All right. But there is going to be a judgment for them. OK, so if you up in that, get up out of that while there's still time left to repent. OK, this is the truth, man, bar none. The only truth in the whole wide world. And I'm so thankful that the Most High chose me to give me the gift of faith and some understanding, and that I may let my light shine now. You know, because guess what? I was all up in the wickedness too. Before I came to the understanding and the knowledge of the truth, I was revolted and gone. But I thank the Most High. And I'm able to sacrifice everything. I forget everything. Okay? Because I love and I fear the Most High. And I'm so thankful that for one, that I'm an Israelite and we're a special chosen people. But then amongst the Israelites, he's chose me to have the gift of faith and understanding in the truth. Man, I'm so thankful. And so yeah, man, our people are overpass the deeds of the wicked. But we are supposed to be righteous because we are the righteous people. We are that righteous nation that he made to be that way. In the kingdom, we're all going to be righteous. All right. But that rank and file is being established right now here on the earth today. OK, or who going to be at the top of that list. OK, in the kingdom, because there will be order. OK, but we are the righteous. And the so-called white man is the wicked. And we're going to get on the other nations as well. But this is Romans. Because the main two things in this is the righteous and the wicked. Esau is the wicked. Jacob is the righteous. All right. So it's really about them two. Okay. And like I say, I'm going to hit on the other nations too. But right now, this is Romans 9 and I'll start at 11. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. All right. Not of anything we done good or bad. We hadn't been here yet to do anything good or bad, but according to the election, you know, who the Most High God elected to be the righteous, who the most high God elected to be the wicked. All right. So it says, verse 12, it was said unto her that the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Most High God say he hated Esau. But Esau have I hated. Verse 14, what? You got something to say about that? Because the Most High say he hates somebody? Verse 14, it says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Certainly not. It says, for he saith unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. All right. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. Okay. I'm going to jump down to verse 21. It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? All right. Of the same lump. Here it is. We in this flesh. All right. All of us is in this flesh down here. He said of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another to dishonor. There he is back again with that 2 and 2. He's made things 2 and 2. He's made one for honor, the Israelites, and one for dishonor, the Edomites, so-called white man. It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another to dishonor? It says, what if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? The vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, made to be destroyed. All right. The so-called white man, Esau, the Edomites, are made to be destroyed. They were made to be the wicked. All right. And they have done wickedly. Now they're going to be destroyed soon. All right. Verse 23, it says, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. OK, so we are the vessels, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the vessels of mercy, because ultimately all of the 100% of the nation of Israel are going to be in the kingdom and as rulers. All right. But 2/3 of our people have to go through a destruction first. Death by pain, physical, that the Most High is going to give you. All right. And man, you don't want no part of that. But it's written that it's going to happen. But after 2/3 of our people get their judgment, all right, they're going to have mercy as well and be reborn into the kingdom as rulers. OK, that's why we are the vessels of mercy, while they are the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. 2 and 2. OK, Jacob and Esau. Matter of fact, I'll hit that story real quick for a quick point. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. It says, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, because the children were fighting in the womb. And she was like, man, what is going on? And she went to inquire of the Lord. All right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the so-called white man has always been enemies from the very beginning, since their inception. Okay, have always been enemies and was made to be that way. Okay, it says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. The elder shall serve the younger. Remember that. The elder shall serve the younger. Let's see who the elder was. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first, whoever the first is, would be the elder, right? And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. Esau is the father of the Edomites, the so-called white man. He is the elder. It says the elder shall serve the younger. But right now, the younger is serving the elder. Okay? Once again, the foundations of the earth are out of course. All right? But it's going to get turned right side up very soon. Okay? It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay? So Jacob came out second. Okay? But it says the elder shall serve the younger. Right now we're serving him. And this is what Solomon saw as well. This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses. When you upon a horse, that represents power. Okay? Like if those of you who've seen the movie Django, all right, when Jamie Foxx was rolling through that through the way with the cracker, all the crackers was looking at them, you know, looking at Jamie being on top of that horse, like, what the hell why is he on a horse? What is he doing on a horse? You know, because back then that was unheard of. You didn't have so-called black man on a horse. Okay? It says, I have seen servants upon horses, but right now it says, I have seen servants. It says, Esau shall, the elder shall serve the younger. Okay? They are natural born servants. It says, I have seen servants upon horses. So right now, the natural born servants, the one that says the elder shall serve the younger, are the one that's in power right now. The one that's on the horses right now. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So princes is royalty. And Israel is the Hebrew word for Israel is Yasha'Allah. Yasha'Allah. Yah, he, Shar, prince, Allah, power. Yasha'Allah. He, prince of the power. That's what Israel means. He, prince of the power, or he is a prince with God. Okay? Because if the Most High God is the king, his sons, all right, are the princes. All right? We are the prince of the power. It says, and I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So right now we are the servants, even though we are meant to be the royalty. It says that the elder shall serve the younger. And that's coming. That's coming very soon when we're in power. When the Lord comes, destroys this place, has salvation for the elect of the Israelites, and the kingdom is built, okay, by these other nations, by these servants, all right, is the kingdom going to be built. This is Proverbs 22. Proverbs 22 and 7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. All right. So the rich, right now, it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. The wicked being Esau, Edom. Okay. And if the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he's the rich. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor. Right now, we're the poor. Okay? It says, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So right now, we're serving them. All right? They're lending to us. All right? But guess what? That was part of the curses. Check this out. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Because it said that hey, if we don't listen to all these law, statutes, and commandments that he give us when we get to our land, all right, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Here's one of the curses. This is Deuteronomy 28:44. It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And we always last at everything. Okay? Last hired, first fired, as the saying goes. But it says that's part of the curses. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Because they're in power. They're in control. They have the riches. Okay? That's part of the curses. Okay? So, going back to Second Esdras, and, just the fact that, all men weren't created equal. Okay? This is Second Esdras chapter 6 verse 53. It says, upon the sixth day thou gavest commandment unto the earth that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all. So it says, of Adam come all people on the planet earth. And wait a minute. So besides all the people that's on the planet earth, it says and. Well, what's that about? It says, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All right? There's a chosen people amongst all people on the planet earth. It says, verse 55, all this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. He's made the world for the Israelites, his chosen inheritance sake. What about the other people? Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold these heathen. Heathen basically is whoever ain't an Israelite is the heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? We don't have an inheritance with this world. Okay? Our inheritance is the world to come. Okay? When the Lord comes, destroys this place, have salvation for the elect of his people, the Israelites. Okay? And then the kingdom is built. All right? That's when we're going to reign and rule. Okay? In righteousness, though. But the Esdras asks, man, how long shall this endure? You know? Because we are given into the hand of these heathen, mainly the wicked, but all nations have done something to us. And this is First Maccabees chapter 2 and 10. It says, what nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? Talking about the Israelites. What one nation have not done something unto us? All of them have. All right. But the main culprit, the main enemy is the so-called white man. All right. Esau, Edom. But these other nations got it coming too. All right. These other nations got it coming too. They ain't told us no truth. They ain't in a lot of these other nations. They know that we the Israelites, but they like, man, please, they in it together. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, in I think that's Lamentations. Yeah. Lamentations. Lamentations 2 and 15, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that all men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. All thine enemies. All these nations are our enemies. The main enemy is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. But it says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. It says, the Lord hath done that which he devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and have not pity. He had caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversary. And he did that to us because we disobeyed him. And he told us before we even disobeyed him, he told us, this is what's going to happen if you disobey me. All right. And we disobeyed him. So this is what happened to us. Okay. And all these nations were happy about that. Okay. This is Sirach 36. Sirach chapter 36. And I'll start at the top. It says, have mercy upon us, O Lord of all, and behold us. And send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. There is no nation that is seeking after the Most High in truth, in spirit and in truth. No one except the Israelites. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that real quick. This is 2nd Esdras 3. It says in 34, it says, weigh thou therefore our wickedness in the balance, talking about the Israelites. All right. Esdras was like, man, because he was saying like, man, I see all these nations, they prospering, you know, they just doing good. It's like they do wicked, they do work, you know, stuff worse than us. He was like, man, why they doing good? And here it is. All right, we are, you know, disobeying you and we messing up. But it was like, he said, weigh thou therefore our wickedness in the balance, and there's also that dwell in the world. It says, and so shall thy name nowhere be found, but in Israel. It says, or when was it that they that dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have kept thy commandments? It says, thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen, not these other nations. It says, weigh our wickedness in the balance with theirs. They doing wickedness. See, but guess what? He gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. He didn't give it to them. So now we the ones that was sinning. Okay. But he was still like, man, look at all the stuff that they doing. All right. They're not seeking after you. It's only the Israelites, but the elect of the Israelites. All right. Because 2/3 of our people have gone astray. They don't care, but they're going to be destroyed. Even though they're going to be rebirthed back into the kingdom after their judgment. But you don't want no part of that judgment. You don't want no part of it. Like I was saying in my last lesson, all the atrocities and torture and deaths by pain that anybody has had, okay, is a cakewalk compared to what the Lord got stored up in the day of the Lord's wrath. During that day when he comes, and that judgment that these other nations are going to get, plus 2/3 of our people, is not going to be pretty. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, 2/3 of our people are going to get it. I don't want to be a part of that number. It says back in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and 2. I'll start back at the top. It says, have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. He said, as thou wast sanctified in us, all right, before them, before their eyes, they seen it. Okay, and that's why they said, surely this is a wise and understanding people, because they seen it. That's what that means. As thou was sanctified in us before them, before their eyes. Okay, the Lord was sanctified in us. It says, hey, so also be thou magnified among them before us. All right, so before our eyes, let them know, be magnified, and show them that you are Yahweh, the one and only true power. All right, show them that we have the only true and living God. Show your power.